Lyle again, and today, well, yesterday we worked on this. We worked on the coffee machine. I think there's a couple more things I'd like to do with this. Maybe a couple more pots on the other side. I don't know, things like that. But I'd also like to create one of these things, the a soda machine that can maybe go over here or something. Um, So that I think I want to work on today as well too. But let's see how much we can actually, do. um, Let me go back to that original image that I was working with for the coffee pots. I think this is no. It was an image that had, oh, I don't know. Let me see if I can. It had the coffee machines on the counter here. Maybe this is it. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is kind of a small image, but I like this in that it has these two more coffee things. Well, actually, over here, these two over here on the side. So, um, let me work on that real quick, and then we'll go to creating a soda machine as well. All right, so all I really want to do is, let me just isolate this again. And I don't have it in the center of the grid anymore, but that's okay. I think this will work just fine. What I want to do is just take this and move it over. Now, all of these are parented to an empty over here. This empty I'm just calling a coffee machine. You can see all the objects here. I haven't gone through and changed the names on all my objects. I'm being kind of sloppy, but that's okay. It's just me. So if I just duplicate this, then that's going to be a parent of that empty anyway as well. So that's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way, don't I? Let's go like this. Here we go. So let's move this over to here. And then I need a piece kind of like this just right here. So let's do that. Duplicate that and move it over. And then, well, I just need these over here, right? I just need to grab these and bring this over to here like this. There we go. Okay, so now we've got an extra bit of things over here. We just need coffee pots, right? I'll just duplicate these and move them over. Actually, before I do that, let me undo this. Let me grab all of this. So this and this and this. And I could, someone did say on a comment the other day that it's probably a good idea to use, instead of duplicating, to use instances. And I don't know about instances because that usually says to me we're pulling it from another Blender scene, but maybe linked duplicates. And I'm probably going to be using linked duplicates for all the products on the shelves, and that's usually Alt D instead of Shift D. So did I? No, I haven't done that yet. But for this, since we're going to have different materials, because some of these are going to be fuller than others, some are going to have orange handles, others are going to be black, etc. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate and move these over like this. So at least for now, I'm going to use duplicates for this piece at least. So I don't want them to all be going in the same angle. There we go, like that. Okay. me see. I'm still trying to... There we go. Hi, everybody. It just took me a minute. Is this part 2 of a project? Well, this is like part 5 of a project that's going to take a long time. So it's an animation I hope to do. I've always got ideas, and I need to stick to an idea and get it completed. And we'll see. This is just, who knows if this is actually going to work. We'll see. But what's great about it is that even if it doesn't turn out the way I want, at least I get to just have fun and use Blender. So in that sense, it's a win. All right, so there are my coffee pots and my coffee machine. The last thing, I could do some of these switches. So let me go back to that image I had of the kind of the close-up here, this one, the product one. And I want to make a couple of switches up here and maybe a couple of switches over here as well. Let me move this guy over. So let's maybe make a couple of switches for down here and a couple of switches up here. So to do that, let's go to a whole new layer, and I will begin with just a cube. Cubes are the way to go. I'll get rid of this down here. I don't need that face. I'm going to, which way should I go? Doesn't really matter. Let's go in the Y. I'm going to go like this. And let's do that. So what I'm doing now is just this part right in here. All right, so that's just the outer part of it. And what I can do is maybe grab this and let's pull this in just a hair, like a little bit more like that. Extrude it in. So, okay, so we've got this now. Then I'm going to move the cursor to that spot and let's create another cube. And let's maybe just fit it in here. And I think what I want to do is just add some edge loops and then push and pull here. Let me see. So let's get this fit in here. Like that. Let's take this. Now this, I feel like I just want to have an edge right here. And I want to take this and I want to pull it down like this. And then I want to take these two, scale them in just a smidge. And then, shouldn't I then be able to just rotate this back and forth like this? And that would be my switch. Not sure if that's going to work. I feel like there needs to be one more thing in here, maybe like this, and then bring that out a hair, like that. And then let's just, I know I'm going into way too much detail again. I shouldn't do this, but it's so much fun. I'm going to try this. And let's split this out, pull this out just a bit like this. Okay, and then I want to grab this and this, that. Okay, so there's our switch, right? Our little switches there, and then, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try this. Then we could go like that. Now, let me grab these edges here and pull those down. That needs to go down, and I bet I could maybe go like this. This is kind of crazy. I'm just winging it now. He's just winging it. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay. So now Rx. Wrong one. Rx. So like that. And then I'm going to add a subdivision surface modifier to this guy. And let's we don't really need a subdivision surface modifier for this, now do we? But why not? Let's give it a try. And out like this. Now so this, I'm going to bring this in just a little bit, like so. Okay, so this now can go, oops, no, Rx can go like this, right? Although it needs to be a little bit, these need to be a little bit more in, I think. So I'm just going to grab these right here. I feel like these need to come in just a little bit more. Like that. Yeah, so now Rx. Something like that. Yeah, okay. So let me pull this out just a bit. Like that. All right, so then if we take this, oops, I just undid what I did. There. Okay. So what I want to do, let me Alt R to clear the rotation. And you know what? I never did this. Sorry about that. Okay. So now if I take this and put it on the front of that, how does that look? Okay, so let's turn this. There we go. And let's get this in place here, like this. Okay, so I just want it right in the front here, like so. Looks like they're kind of down a bit, like this. Whoa, they're way out. Let's bring this in here. There we go. Yeah, okay. So let's bring this in like this. Is that the right size? It kind of is, I think. I feel like these coffee pots are a little too big. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do about it at this point in time. But they may be a little bit too big. Hard to tell. But this doesn't look too bad. I might make it just a little bit smaller. Like this. And now we could take this and turn it, say, you know, if I put the pivot point right there and then moved the origin to it, now I can rotate that RY like this. Yeah, so that's up. Okay. And we can Move that over like this, and maybe this one is RY, and maybe that's flipped up like that. And let's do 2 more. Up. Let's try this again. Here. And here. Let's see. Not bad. It might just work. You know, once again, it's not going to be the main part of the scene or anything. So that's a good thing. Yeah, let's try that. So let's bring everything back. Oh, I need to, let me move these to layer 2. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wanted to put a couple down here on that extra panel here. So if I grabbed this and moved it down, let's move it out just a bit. Spin it around in the X. There we go. Now, let's put that right over here. Oh, and I'm going to have to parent this, aren't I? I'll do that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. So now we've got those in place, but we need to, oh, I moved them all from that 3rd layer, so that means I gotta select them individually. Dang it. What was I thinking? Let me grab all of these and then the empty here. And let's parent that to that. So does that bring everything along? Okay, good. And the last thing is this little guy, this little handle right here. I feel like I need that. But before I do, let me just say hi. Just wanted to say, I want to ask you why the link of the Blender game character creation series isn't working. It's because it's over on Udemy. So that used to be a YouTube course, but now it's a course over on udemy.com. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just make a pitch here for my website, blender101.com. It has all of my courses on it. So here's this course here. It's a subscription website, so you can pay by the month, by the quarter, by the year, to get access to all of my courses here. Or you can also purchase them individually by going to udemy.com. So here's my newest course. It's a game character course with Blender and Substance Painter, Krita, and Unity. So this has got, I think, 88 videos. It's 12.5 hours long. So if you're interested in real, structured and organized training for Blender, this is really the way to go. Either Blender 101 or Udemy. So that's where that game character course went. I kind of added to it, cleaned it up a bit, and now it's a paid course. But it's not that much. So check out Blender 101 and Udemy as well. You can get the link to the Udemy course or the individual course at Udemy from Blender 101 here. So just wanted to make that pitch. Thank you for the segue. What else? Do you know the specs of your laptop? Yes. Well, kind of. It's a Mac, and I'm actually looking to get a Windows machine as well. But this one is a Mac, and it's got i7 processor. It's got 16 gig RAM. It's got 1 terabyte of solid state hard drive, and it's only got a 2 gig GeForce card, which I want to upgrade. That's kind of why I want a new laptop. So that's generally my specs, if that helps. I hope that helps. So I'm going to work on this little thing right here. I just want to I'm just going to, oh, that's not right. I just want a whole new object here. I'm not going to try and extrude out of that curved piece. That would be painful. So I don't want to do that right now. So this looks like it's going to be about this wide. And I think I can just take this and, well, you know, also I want to get rid of this face in here. I don't need that. Okay. And it looks like this may come out just a bit. And then, oh, I'll just insert an edge loop like this. And then just extrude straight down. How far does it go? It's hard to tell how far it goes. But let's try this. Oops, I want to go straight like this. Does it go down beneath it? It's so hard to tell. I'll just go right to here. And then I'll scale in just a bit. Okay, so maybe not that much. All right, so now that I've got that, I'm just going to add a subdivision surface modifier as well. And then smooth it, and let's add a few edge loops to hang on to it here. And of course, one down. One down here. All right, that's kind of all right. I'm not thrilled about it, but I think it'll work just fine. I don't need it to be anything more than it already is, you know. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, come on. Right? From a distance, that's going to be fine. So I'm going to combine these two, actually. So that's all one piece. Yeah. Okay. So if I select that empty, move it around, good. It's still all connected. All right. So let's just take it over to layer 1 and put it here. I'm going to select that coffee machine empty, and maybe, I don't know, it's going to go in there, you know, somewhere. So now let's start working on that other piece, that soda machine. Where was that? Here. I think I want, and slushies too, or excuse me, ices. I guess I could put one of those in too, huh? Yeah, why not? All right, well, let's begin with this. Let's just open this up and take a look at it and just see what we think might need to happen. It looks to me we've just got a cube and a cube. It looks like this plastic piece right here is just kind of bolted on to that piece on the back, and this is just a subdivided cube, right? It looks like down here there may be some sort of panel that's screwed on there. Oh, it's got plastic shields on either side. I don't know that I'm going to do that. And then these guys right in here are just cubes subdivided. Looks like you've got little extrusions here and here, and cylinders. Yeah. All right. We can do that. Oh, and down here, once again, a cube with curved edges, maybe, you know, subdivided, and little feet. All right. I think we can do that. Let's see. So let's go to a new layer. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to open this up just a little bit more. I kind of want this a little bit bigger so I can see it. Here we go. Something like that. Okay. Well, I got to be able to see my modifiers down there. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to check out here what's going on. Let's see. So far, loving Blender. Excellent. I like to hear that. I'm just scrolling through. Darren, do you have any totally beginner courses? Yes. Yes, there is a course out here. Well, on Blender 101, let me go to courses here. You can subscribe to Blender 101, and not only will it help support me in doing these streams and YouTube things, but you can also get access to all of these courses. So the Blender 101 curriculum or course path or whatever begins at Blender 101, Introduction to 3D Modeling, and it goes through materials and lighting and UV mapping, and then we go into hard surface modeling. We deal with character modeling, character sculpting, retopology, UV mapping. But then we also get into game assets here, character rigging, game characters, game environment, a two-course or two-part animation production series, and then my newest course here is a game character going through high and low poly modeling, UV mapping, baking textures, blah, 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 on and on. So really this whole course path here on Blender 101 can really get you up to speed very quickly from a complete beginner on through pretty advanced. So if you aren't interested in subscribing, you can always purchase the courses individually. The 101, 102, 103 courses are packaged together in this Learn down here, in this Learn the Foundations of Blender course that is out on Udemy right here. So we've so far got 655 people enrolled. So give that a try too. All right. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let's begin with this. So once again, just cube. I mean, it's amazing how many things are just cubes in this world, right? At least man-made objects. So let's say that this is that cube, that main piece right here. Let's say that's that. Let me see. Let me get this more. I kind of feel like it needs to be about that tall or that far off the ground because we've got these little... There we go. Okay. So, so that was easy, right? Now let's put this front part on. And make another cube. And let's put this front part on. So for this, it looks like it may be about this tall. Something like this. And we can make adjustments as we go, of course. Oops, don't do that. There we go. Get rid of that. So now if we put this right here, scale that out. Looks like it's in the wrong, oh, there we go. So let's get this right in line there. Okay, so that's going to be our piece up here. And it doesn't look quite big enough. About like that, let's say. And it's hard to tell how far it, you know, pushes out. But let's go with that for now. It doesn't feel like it goes out that much. Let's try this. Okay. And then, well, let's try and create this inset here. Let's do that. I'm just going to grab this and scale it in. And yeah, I think that's all we need. Now let's just push that in. Okay, so that's going to be its own material. We'll probably have to create a its own polygon plane to put like drink on there or whatever. In fact, what we can do is just go ahead and duplicate this while we're here and then move this out. I'll scale that up a bit. And then I'll hit the P key to split that out. And now it's its own object. So let's give this a name so I know what it is. Soda machine. What is that? That's a sign. Soda machine sign. Yeah, that's what we'll call it for now. So I know what it is and I can work with that when we need to apply our textures. All right. I feel like I may have boxed myself in a little bit up here. Let's go like this and pull this whole thing down like this. Okay, let's do that. Now let's go ahead and add a subdivision surface modifier to get those curved edges here. So you look at that and think, well, that's not going to work. And you are correct. That's not going to work at all. Let's try a couple things. You know, I'm going to take this and I'm going to hide it just to get that out of the way for now. And let's just try this. See what we can do. There we go. Kind of begin to hold those edges just a little bit better. All right, let's see how that looks. Getting better. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad. Feel like I can add something here. All right, well, you know what? I mean, it's... let me grab this and pull these down. I feel like those can be a little bit more curved. And maybe this, we can pull these in and those can be a little bit more curved as well. Like this. Let's try that. Yeah, so that's kind of a little more curved there. So that'll be the place for this sign is. What else? Well, we could work on this piece right here and then work on the legs. Oh, we need this up here. What's this? This is just another cube. It's got a little rim around it, though, to kind of cue us in that that's two different things, maybe. Let's try it. I'm just going to bring that up. And then I'll need to... would it be that tall? I don't think it'd be that tall, would it? Something like this, maybe? It's hard to tell how tall that's going to be there. Well, let's try that. And then let's get a little ring around there to hold it in place. So, well, we could just duplicate this. Scale it out just a smidge. Bring this in like this. And then drop that right in there. Boom. Instant rim around there. Okay. Let's see. What else? This thing. Well, once again, another cube. Let's bring this down like this. And I'll just bring this in yet again. I don't need that face. And let's see how this works. Now, is that... I feel like that's too tall. Like that. Yeah, that kind of works for me. Should it stick out as far as this thing? I feel like it maybe should. There we go, to catch all the drinks that are spilled in there. So now let's move this in and just take that down, straight down like that. Okay. And then once again, we could add a subdivision surface modifier to give it that kind of rounded curve, rounded edges that we see there. That looks like a mess. So let's fix this. Let's see if we can just do our normal trick here and see if it'll work. I'm going to bring these in just a little bit like this. Yeah, okay. It looks like the bottom, though, could be a little tighter. And maybe even the top as well. Let's get that squared away here. What did I do? It looks like I still have... Yeah, you know, I don't know that I need all of that. It's just causing me grief back here. I don't think I need hardly any of this. Let's let me delete this and see if that helps any. I feel like it does. Let's try this. Okay. So that is that bottom piece. There's some sort of a grid in here. And I'm not sure I want to deal with that today. Or if I want to deal with it at all. But we can work on it, but I don't know that I want to deal with it. Now that I have it like this, it looks too... This part right here looks too tall. Doesn't it? Like, it feels like it should be more like this. You know? It kind of does. So, well, you know what I could do. There. Done. There we go. I don't know. Just to get it in there. Okay. Is it too wide too? No, I think that's okay. All right, so we've got that. Let's work on one of these things. And then hopefully it'll look a little better once we get one of these things in. So one of these things, I'm going to go to a brand new layer and just work on it on its own because I don't want to be distracted. Let's see. I'm just looking. Let's see. Do you mind me telling people about Andrew? Oh, a Blender guru? No, not at all. He's awesome. Let's see. Hard to UV unwrap subdivided objects. Yes, it's true. However, I'm not going to need to UV a whole lot of these things like this. The only thing I'll need to UV is that actual single plane. Remember that thing that we called, what did we call it? Soda machine, right? That's the only thing I'm going to need to UV on this. Everything else is just going to be a material, like a black or a metallic or whatever. And that's why I broke that out so that I won't it won't cause me great grief. You know what I mean? But that's a good point. Subdivided objects are harder to UV. But I like the little curve. I like the curviness, almost the little cartoony flavor of it. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. It's realistic, but it's kind of got a cartoonish feel to it. At least that's what I hope I'm doing here. We'll see. All right, so I'm just going to work on this. And so this just looks like a cube, and then it's got, do these curve in? I don't think so. I think they just curve back. Gosh, it's so hard to see that. That's hard to tell what's going on there. But it looks to me like it's kind of bending back. So how do I want to do that? Well, I could try. I'm going to try and use subdivisions again, and I don't know that it's going to work, but let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? I delete it and begin over again, right? So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this. There we go. So it's got a bit of a curve there now. There we go, something like that, let's say. Right? So that's kind of what I'm after. Let me think. So I got that and that. I don't want to put anything this way. I mean, I could, I guess. No, I don't want to put anything that way. Leave it like that, I think. And then, well, I guess what I could do, I'm going to take this guy. Let me try this. I don't know that this is going to work at all, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to take this and go like this. Huh. I'm going to split this. And, you know, we talked a bit about the courses I have. If you're interested in really organized, you know, structured, well planned courses, then take a look at those. That's not what this is here for that I'm doing now. With the streams, it's just really me more kind of working, and hopefully some of what I'm doing can help others on the projects they're interested in. So yeah, so you know, if you came here thinking that this was going to be a planned out tutorial, my apologies. That's really not what I'm doing with these. I hope that's okay. I hope this is helpful too, because it helps me, honestly. It helps me do the work, because this is what I enjoy doing, this kind of thing. I think what I'm going to do real quick is just add a solidify up, and I just want to give it a little bit of thickness here, like that. Then I'm going to apply it. Then I'm going to get rid of these. Zoom in here. Let me do this. There we go. No, I better not do it that way. Yeah, I'm not getting what I want out of that. Let's see if this works. And then I'm going way too far for something that isn't really ever going to be seen. But as I said, I'm having fun. Okay. Having fun. Oh. Okay. Why not? Why not? All right, I'm gonna. This is kind of crazy. I will. Let's create a cylinder. I'll give it. Let's do 16 sides. No cap fill. Let's bring it down like this, and then let's grab this edge and extrude. Bring it down. Extrude. Scale in. That. There we go. Okay. All right. Why would I do this to myself here? There we go. So I'm just trying to get that one little nozzle. And it looks like I need, actually I'm going to take this edge and bevel it. Pull that out. And then add a, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there's that. And I kind of want to okay. And then this little guy, that little guy is just going to be a cube. do that. There we go. Oh, wrong way. Control 3. There we go. And here. Here. And I'll just put that in there. Okay. So, look at that. Gosh, all of that is subdivided, isn't it? And this isn't. Oh, dang it. I don't want to do it, but I'd like to be able to combine all of those, and I don't want to go back and fix all of that. That was dumb of me. Oh well. It'll work. Oops. It'll work. And let's do one here. Okay, so now since that whole thing is subdivided, I can just join it all together. And then let's bring everything back. Hello. Put it all in place here. Let's spin it around. Actually, let me move this into the geometry. I'm going to spin it around in the Z, 180 degrees. Let's put it in, oops, here. Like this. There we go. Okay. And we've got 8 of them. Do I have enough room to put 8 of them in here? I don't think so. I may have to make this a little wider if I want to do this. Yeah, I've got enough room to put 6 of them in. Well, I could make the whole thing wider, I guess. Do I care that much? Not sure. So we've got that. I could make it a little wider, or these could be a little smaller. Well, let me think. Maybe I could... Let's see. Let's just try it and see. What's the worst that can happen? I keep asking that. I probably shouldn't ask that quite so much. I'm going to move these in like this. Yeah, these could... Something like this. Look at that. Could that work? That could kind of work, couldn't it? Okay, so I'm going to go like this, get rid of these, and then I'll grab these. And so we need a place for the ice to come out. Like this. All right, let's try that. All right, we're getting there. Yeah, so what let's do, let's bring, okay, let's take all of these here. Let's bring all of these onto the layer 2. Let's select all of these. Oh, I didn't put any legs on them, did I? Maybe I should do that real quick before I take it into the other layer. Let's do that real quick. Shouldn't take too long. All we really need is something about like this. And then let's bring it down. And then we could just go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. I'm going to do one more just so we have a curve in there. There we go. Let's try and just smooth that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'd work fine under there. Let's go to the top view and put it in place. So we need let's try this. Like one right here, let's say. And one right here. And back here. Let's try that. Maybe a little too high. I don't know. Maybe a little bit too high here. Like that. And this up here, I don't like all this. Really what I feel like I should do is take this and move it down a bit. There we go. So now I can bring it back up into here like that. There we go. Okay. So we didn't get the thing for the ice done today. And really there may be a little opportunity to do a vent type thing over here on the side of the ice machine. But if we take this back in, let's see how we did. It's of course not quite in the right place. We kind of knew that that would happen. Let me go this way, this way, this way. Here we go. I should move, well, I guess I can create an empty once again like this, like we did before. Let's create an empty here, and we'll call this soda machine. And we should parent all of this. Oh man, I shouldn't have brought it over until I had all this done. Let's do this. And yeah, see, I didn't need to do all that. Dang it. Okay, so what I need to do is take it all back. Let me go back. I need to do this before. There it is. Okay, so let's do that while it's still on layer 2. Let's do that. So I'm going to create an empty. Call it soda machine. And then let's select everything here. Parent it to that empty. There it is. Okay, so now, oops. Let's all of this. Move it to layer 1. Select that empty. Now let's move it over here and put it on that counter over there. See how big it is. go. It's actually not too bad. It's hard to believe. Maybe it could be a little bit bigger. If I scale that empty up, it'll bring that up a bit. Huh. Okay. Let me see, is it right on the counter? Yeah, it's pretty much on the counter there. And there we go. Soda machine. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's going to have to be, maybe I could put it over here like it is here against the wall kind of thing. Maybe I could put it there. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Not bad for a day's work. There's more to do, of course, you know, as we said, but I think that'll work pretty well. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Need cups. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. I need cups. You are correct. That'll be good maybe to have a cups thing here, maybe in between the two. All right. Well, anyway, I appreciate you hanging out, and it's Friday, so have a good weekend, and also please do check out my website, Blender 101, if you are interested in learning more about Blender, if you're just beginning, whatever. Please check this out and see if it's for you. All right. Well, thanks again. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Well, take care.